I'm Bo Caldwell, and I'm the author of City of Tranquil Light. This is my dog Maggie, who's also my friend. And I'd like to tell you a little bit about my 3 rules of writing. These are things that have helped me and encouraged me along the path. I'm kind of a late bloomer. I started writing when I was in high school, and my first novel was published when I was 46. So I've been at it for a while. The first thing that I think of is write what you know, and you hear that in any creative writing class. The way I heard it first was that you were supposed to write about things that you'd actually experienced. So if you were in college, you should be writing about a person in their early 20s and that kind of thing. But for me, write what you know means write what you know inside. It means write what you know emotionally. So if you have lost someone you love in your life, a grandparent or a parent, I think that you know about loss, and that you're then able to write about other kinds of loss as well. It doesn't have to be the same kind. I think that kind of emotional pain transfers. So that's write what you know, and I think that we also know a lot more than we do. We think we do. We think that we have very narrow lives and narrow experiences, but I think we know a lot more than we think. The second rule for me is keep at it. As I said, I started writing early, and I've been at it for a long time. My first short story was published when I was about 34, I think, and I had 2 kids by then, and a lot of writers I knew were way ahead of me in that way, on that track, on that publishing track. But I kept at it, and motherhood was good for my writing. It kind of deepened me, and I started getting things published and kind of getting more serious about my writing after I had kids. As I said, my first novel was published when I was 46, and I'm 55 now with my second novel. For me, it's really been, it's been very important to keep at it and to write no matter what, regardless of rejection slips, regardless of whether I finish anything, to just keep at it and know that it's important to me and that it's what feeds me in a spiritual and kind of a soulful way. And my third rule is no writing is wasted. And what I mean by that is that I've done a lot of different kinds of writing. I've done technical writing, I've edited some business books, and it's my belief that all of that writing has influenced and helped my other writing, which is the labor of love writing, my fiction. Even when something I'm working on in that other world of business writing or technical writing, even when that subject matter has nothing to do with my fiction, I have found that it has informed and improved my fiction writing, partly because I'm using my writing muscles, but also because it teaches me about how to process information, about how to explain complex ideas in simple fashion, which is something you have to know as a historical novelist. I also have about a novel and a half in an upstairs cupboard. I have short stories that have never been published. And it's my belief that those pages, and that's maybe 450 pages or more, it's my belief that maybe I had to write that to write what came later. It's not, writing to me is not a straight path. It's a circuitous route that goes round and round with detours and things that I don't plan. But if I keep at it, it leads me to wonderful periods of writing, and that's what I love.